What's up, guys? It's Sean here with the Sean Dolly Football Channel, and I am excited to be here with you talking about some Champions League football. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ugh, it's great. It's great. Love Champions League nights. It's so much fun. To be completely honest, not the most exciting group of games. They were exciting to pregame, but as the game kind of went on, there wasn't a lot of moments of up and down really in any of the games really. Majority of the games were decisions were already pretty much made. Pretty much the teams that were already going to go through went through, and it was pretty smooth day all in all. But without further ado, let's try to just go through it one game at a time. We had a bit of a blockbuster game over in St. Petersburg with Zenit 3, Chelsea 3. Thomas Tuchel went from not conceding goals to conceding a lot very fast. Life comes at you pretty hard all of a sudden. Not really a very rotated Chelsea team. There were a couple noticeable absences, but just very lackluster. They didn't seem to be as cohesive. To be fair, there was no Jorginho, there was no Mount, but still, you want a little bit more from this from Chelsea. You expect not exactly the B team, but majority of the stars were there. Lukaku and Werner started up front. So 3 goals. I don't think Thomas Tuchel will be happy with that, and that does mean Chelsea finished second in the group with Juve beating Malmo. That is a major negative because that opens the opportunity, the chances of Chelsea playing against Lille, Bayern, Real Madrid, Ajax. Not exactly good on none of those are exactly the games you want to face. I guess Lille would be their best bet, but a lot of different other teams have a chance of playing Lille. The rules for the knockout is a little different. You cannot play against teams that you were in the same group with, and you cannot play against teams from your own country. So given that 3 of the table toppers were English teams, Chelsea can only play against 3 other teams, meaning they can own one of the other teams. So Ajax, Madrid, and Lille is all, and Bayern being all the options. Those are not really not Ajax. I don't think anybody wants to take Ajax. Ajax looks disgusting. Madrid seem to have a new vein of form. Lille would possibly not be the most difficult, but it's going to be an interesting. The draw is on Monday. There will be a reaction video to that. Very excited about that because that's always fun. And we'll do a bunch of speculation about what's going to happen in February. Moving on, Juve were able to top the group. Congratulations to them. As much as how bad they are in Italy, they seem to have done okay in the Champions League with 5 wins and 1 draw, meaning that they do top the table, top the group. Moving on, I'll talk about the boring games first. United pretty much just had a day out with the kids. Very, very big congratulations, to be fair, to Zidane Iqbal and Charlie Savage, the son of Robbie Savage, for making their debut. It's an actual great story. They've been best friends since they were 5 years old, and they got to make their debut at the same time together. Robbie Savage was actually commentating over on BT, so that was a great father-son moment for him to be able to introduce his son to Old Trafford. What a fantastic moment for them. And a big up to Ralph Ragnick for truly, truly embracing the United DNA in as far as it's concerned with introducing so much youth. Somebody posted about how Solskjaer would have played the best team. And that's kind of true. He gave so many youngsters a chance, players that most likely didn't really need to be playing. And they showed it felt like a preseason game. And still, young boys weren't really able to capitalize despite how rotated the team was. So 1-1 game, not much to be said about that. Villarreal and Atalanta's game got postponed. There is a bit of excitement there for tomorrow's game. We will see what happens. Atalanta need to win. Villarreal is okay with a draw. The Group G, pretty much the 2 top teams won. The 2 teams who were first and second yesterday finished first and second. Lille quite comprehensively beat Wolfsburg. and Salzburg was able to beat Sevilla. And very big congratulations to the Red Bull group. Ironic that Salzburg was able to make it farther than Leipzig, which is hilarious, but very, very impressive from them, honestly. They've performed quite well, possibly the easiest group to get out of, but you got to beat what's in front of you, and they beat what's in front of them. What their chances of going into the next round against any of these table toppers? Very, very low, in my opinion. All these table toppers seem to be comprehensively strong. But we'll find out in the next round how they do. And that means Sevilla will be going to the Europa League, which Sevilla does well in the Europa League. Congratulations to them for winning their next Europa League, because they always do. Moving on, we have the Group E, the Group of Death, the most exciting group today, at least. And Benfica was always going to beat Dinamo. There was no question. Dinamo had an amazing chance. I think it was in the first 10 minutes of the game. They dribble through, lays it off in front of the goal. One of those FIFA goals that you run at the goalkeeper and you just make a pass and he just scores the empty net. One of those type of goals. And he skied the empty net. It was hilarious. It was great. And from that moment on, you just kind of felt the moment dawn. Benfica scored 2 quick goals right after that. And it meant so much to them. They were so happy. And on the flip side, Barcelona, they didn't lose this group by losing to Bayern. There is honestly no shame in losing to Bayern. Bayern is just a phenomenal, phenomenal team. Barcelona lost this game by not being able to defeat Benfica and Dynamo when they should have been able to beat Benfica and Dynamo. Those are the mistakes that Barcelona made. 3-0 against Bayern. Bayern didn't really have to get out of second gear. They were just comfortable. Bayern is Bayern. They're just class from top to bottom, and they finish you off with class from top to bottom. Very, very fascinating, amazing goal from Leroy Sané, by the way. What a banger from Leroy Sané. Jamal Musiala also had a fantastic part to play and got a goal as well. In a rare occasion that Lewandowski doesn't score, Thomas Muller, one of my favorite players of all time, was able to get the goal. And comfortable from Bayern. I still... Given these last few games, my decision on Chelsea is kind of wavering at the moment. At the moment, if I had to predict my top and my champions at the moment, I would still go to Bayern quite heavily. Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, Madrid are all circling in there. A rogue shout is definitely Ajax. There is definitely a chance that they could do it because of that style of play. And they'll go out. They have nothing to lose. They have no fear of playing. They know what they're good at. They know what they'll need to do, and they'll go do it. And I think it'll be very, very entertaining. There'll be a couple big games on the round of 16 that I can immediately think of. Obviously, the draws that most teams would be looking for would be Salzburg, Villarreal or Atlanta, Benfica, Sporting. Those are the ideal draws. However, PSG, Atleti, Inter, Chelsea are also in those. And those are not going to be fun games for any of those teams, for anybody who has to fight against them. The significant drop, you're kind of seeing the way world football is currently moving at the moment. All 4 English teams were able to make it to the next group. England has 100% participation in the round of 16 so far. 2 Spanish teams, potentially 3. We'll find out tomorrow if it is 3. Only 1 Italian team, 2 French teams, very impressive, and 2 German teams with the Eredivisie and the Portuguese also contributing 1 spot each. The Portuguese, I apologize, actually. The Portuguese have 2, both Benfica and Sporting. That's actually a little bit of testament to the Portuguese league. Very, very disappointing to the Italians, honestly. I'd be surprised if Juve If Juve run into any difficult team, they're not going to beat them, in my opinion. I'd be very, very impressed if they can make it to the quarters. We'll just kind of go through each team real quick and expect. I think City will get to the semifinals. PSG, quarters at best, in my opinion. I just don't think their team's that good. Yeah, unless lucky draws. Two lucky draws is possible. It could something weird like Lille and Sporting could play against each other, and then the winner of that gets PSG. Something like that could happen. I doubt it though. PSG to the semis is just low likeliness. Liverpool final. I think Liverpool Bayern would be the final if they don't hit each other earlier. Atleti, I'm gonna go with quarters. Ajax, semis. I think Ajax can go all the way to the semifinals quite easily. Sporting, if they make it out of the round of 16, I'm beyond impressed. I've been impressed with them so far, but they conceded 12 goals. Not expecting much more. Madrid. Madrid is a wild shot. Madrid could get to the semis. Madrid can get to the semis. Madrid can also win it all. I can see that. Inter, quarters. Inter are good enough for the quarters. I don't think they are much better than that. Bayern, easy finalists. Benfica, if they get out of the round of 16, I'd be very impressed. United, quarters. Don't expect much more from United. We'll see. They could, all of a sudden, they turned around under Ralf Rangnick. Is the team good enough to win the Champions League? I doubt it. Semis at a stretch. But hey, if we can make it to the semis, anything's possible. Lille, if they get out of the round of 16, I'd be very, very impressed with them. Salzburg, same case. If they get out of 16, I'd be very impressed. Juve, quarters. Yeah, I think that's what I just said. I just talked about Juve 5 seconds ago. Chelsea, I will still give Chelsea up until the semis because they're a very difficult team to score against, minus the 3 goals they conceded today. But it was a rotated team. I'm not going to go too hard in on Chelsea, honestly. Yeah, Chelsea is very, very difficult to score against, and that's usually the thing in these type of tournaments. If you can not concede, you almost have a leg in the next group half already. The problem that I think Chelsea will find is they also have a problem scoring. They're not the most free-flowing attacking side. Compared to your Liverpools, your Man Cities, your Bayerns. If I was to give my semifinal right now, it would be Chelsea, Liverpool, City, and Bayern. 3 English teams. Yep, those are the best. And to be honest, those 4 teams are the 4 best teams in the world. Madrid will make it interesting, I think, and I think United would make it interesting if I had to give my 5th and 6th, honestly, as far as quality of team goes, and Ajax will make it interesting. Ajax, Inter, and United have an outside shout of doing something crazy, but the title, as far as it goes, it's between Bayern, Liverpool, Chelsea, and City. If I had to organize it, it would be Bayern, Liverpool, City, Chelsea at the moment. That would be my top 4. I would put Ajax 5th and Real 6th. United 7th. I think that's pretty fair. I don't think there's much argument outside of that. Like, it's a Champions League. It's a knockout tournament. The thing that people need to understand more about knockout tournaments is that luck plays a huge, huge factor in it. One injury to a key player ruins your entire tie. Hypothetical example, PSG against Bayern Munich last year. If Lewandowski played, there was not even a question of who would have won that game. Lewandowski didn't play. Now, I will tell you, this year's Bayern, I feel, would easily be able to overcome even the absence of somebody like Robert Lewandowski, because I think the tertiary players have become more involved. Players like Serge Gnabry, Kingsley Coman, Jamal Musiala, even Choupo-Moting's been chipping in even more consistently, as well as someone like Leroy Sané's emergence, much better. We'll find out. We will find out. However, that does play a huge fact, and one referee call we saw with PSG what happened with that red card against United. One referee call turns around the entire game and can cause you a loss. So I think that is where I would kind of put the groups at right now. I'm very excited to see who draws who. The draws are always super, super fun and exciting, and I will be making a video on Monday about that. So until tomorrow with the PL preview, I will see you guys then. Talk to you guys. Bye.